What's up guys, and welcome back to Blue Side FC channel. I'm Nia Martin. I hope you're all doing great. So the semi-finals of the World Cup just ended, and yeah, unfortunately what I was dreading, the two Chelsea players left in the competition have both been eliminated, so they'll have to settle for the third place. It doesn't mean the series ends. I'm still going to talk about the final. I'm still going to make a last video for you guys. I'm still going to talk about the finals between Argentina and France, and I'm also going to talk about the third place too as well. So before I start, thank you so much for the support throughout this series. I know it's not Chelsea, it's not necessarily Chelsea content, but you've stuck with me. Thank you so much for the support. I know there are other options out there, better options out there, better channels you could be watching, but you are here watching my channel. For that, I'm eternally grateful. And yeah, thank you so much for the support. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. If you enjoy my content up to the end, give the video a like. It helps the channel a lot. And yeah, let's get straight into the games between Croatia and Argentina, and then France and Morocco. We start with Croatia versus Argentina. This game was disappointing. It was very, very disappointing. As somebody who wanted Croatia to go through, it was very, very disappointing. This is not the Croatia we know in this World Cup. They don't play like this. They don't play like this. It's just weird how they forgot how to defend. They were not able to stop Messi. Yeah, granted, Messi is one of the best players in the world. Some people might argue he's the best player in the world. They weren't able to stop him. The way they played against Brazil was completely different from the way they played against Argentina. Argentina were able to move through their defense easier. They were able to break through their defense easier. And I don't know, I feel like the middle was lost for Croatia. The midfield was lost for Croatia. And I think the strongest part of this Croatia team was the midfield: Modric, KOVACIC, and Brozovic. In this game, it didn't happen. Modric was doing very, very well, but the players around him weren't supporting him. They weren't really supporting him that well. So I think Modric in the game, he was the best Croatian player by far. Unfortunately, they didn't help him. I don't think KOVACIC did well in this game. And getting to the I think the second half, he picked up a bit, but in the first half, was giving the ball away a lot, and he was doing something that we've seen him do before in Chelsea. Not that often, but he's done at Chelsea this season especially. He wasn't as confident as he was in previous games. He wasn't as sure as he was in previous games. He was giving balls away. He wasn't really controlling or dominating that midfield. Modric alone couldn't do it. Messi turned up in this game. Messi was just fantastic in this game. I'm not really a big Messi fan. I acknowledge him as one of the best players in the world. Like I said, some people might argue that he's the best player in the world. I think if he wins this World Cup, I don't think it's going to be that much of a debate anymore, because he has 7 Ballon d'Ors. He has won the World Cup too. I don't think it's going to be a debate anymore. But like I said, I still like Ronaldo. I'll still prefer Ronaldo over Messi. But Messi was fantastic. He was fantastic in this game. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, first he scored a penalty. Very, very good penalty. Took the penalty very well. Picked the spot. Buried the shot. I think even Livakovic went in the right direction, but he still couldn't save it. I don't know what the Croatian defense were doing. I don't know whether they were asleep. I don't know what was going on there, but they allowed that ball to come in. And Alvarez has been one of the best players in this tournament. He's been one of the players that have gone under the radar. People are mentioning other players, but he has been very, very good in this World Cup. It's like a lot of people are looking at Messi. A lot of people are trying to lock Messi out of the game, but they end up leaving Alvarez, and Alvarez is just enjoying himself on the pitch. So although he got 2 goals, he could have gotten more, because he got a couple of chances and he was running through that Croatian defense. This Croatian defense, I honestly thought if any defense could stop this Argentina squad, it would be the Croatian defense, but they didn't turn up. They didn't turn up at all, and it pains me because they denied us, like they did well to beat Brazil, but they denied us the Neymar Messi matchup that we all wanted to see. They denied us that, and they came to do this, and they lost 3-0. It was very, very disappointing to see them take this game the way they did, and I felt very, very sad for Modric, because I felt like this World Cup, he deserved it. He really deserved it, but unfortunately the players around him weren't up to par in this game. They've been solid in the whole tournament, but in this game they weren't up to par. Alvarez scored the second goal. The second goal was kind of like a lucky goal, but Alvarez did well. He kept his eye on the ball the whole time. So even when the ball was ping-ponging in the Croatian defense, he kept his eye on it. The ball fell back to him and he was able to put it behind the net. And then the third goal, it was just Messi magic. It was just a dose of Messi magic. And I think in one of my friends' group chats, I put in there that the Croatians have allowed Messi to be playing as if it was 2016 again, and it's true. The way he was running and going past defenders and dribbling them, and he was able to dribble all the way from the wing into the box, into the penalty box, and he was able to give a very, very good pass for Alvarez to just bury. He put it on the platter for Alvarez, and Alvarez buried it. And Argentina, per their performance in this game, they deserve to be in the final. They totally dominated, and they deserve to be in the finals. So I can't really say anything negative about them in this game. All the best to Argentines. I know that a lot of people want Messi to win. It could happen. It could not happen. I'm hoping for an exciting final. I'm really hoping for an exciting final. Let's talk about the Morocco-France game. And this game, I feel like France approached it the same way they approached the England game, because Morocco were by far the best team. Just like when they played against England, they sat back and they just allowed the Moroccans to play. But the Moroccans did very, very well. I think the main issue with the Moroccans was their finishing, and positioning themselves to even get the ball in the first place to score. They weren't doing it. At all. They got good chances where I thought they could play. I've forgotten which player it was, but there's a chance that he got that I felt that he could have finished. He could have played a shot, but he hesitated. I don't know what he did, and then it was blocked. And then there was a chance that came at the end that Koundé cleared from the line. They did well from the back all the way through the middle, but when they got into the penalty box, when they got into the 18-yard box, they couldn't really do anything with it. So it was very, very disappointing. And it was something that we've seen at Chelsea many, many times. We do well from the back to the front. Then when you get to the penalty box, finish chances, we don't do it. And I saw that a lot with this Moroccan team. The Moroccans did well. The midfield, that defensive midfielder Amrabat, fantastic player. He was so good in this game. But again, they weren't doing good up top. So it made all their efforts kind of useless, because when they worked the ball from the back to the front, it got to the middle, it got to the penalty box, they couldn't really do anything with it. And France took their chances. Giroud didn't score in this game this time, but they took their chances. They really did. They had only 2 chances in the whole game, 2 shots on target, 2 goals. Simple as that. Put it to bed. They are in the final. Like, that is how you play effectively. That's how you play effectively and efficiently too at the same time. Like, the way they approached the game was better in my opinion to the way the Moroccans approached. The Moroccans played their ball alright, but the finishing wasn't there. But the French team sat back and they were able to finish. So and that was the difference. They scored and they were able to do it. And the first goal, both goals were kind of like, I don't even want to call it like a fluke goals, but there were goals that involved loose balls that fell straight to the path of French players. The first one fell to Hernandez. He finished it beautifully, and then the second one fell to Andal Kolomoani, who came on like 16 seconds before he scored a World Cup goal. He was able to score his first World Cup goal. Whether we were going to see him again in the next World Cup, I don't know, but he at least has a World Cup goal now to his name, and he took that goal also very, very well. He positioned himself very well, something I think Morocco didn't have. He came on 16 seconds, boom, scored, job done. So now the final game is going to be between Argentina and France, and that is a beautiful matchup. I know a lot of people wanted Argentina, Portugal, Ronaldo versus Messi. It's an interesting matchup. So unfortunately, ZIYECH and KOVACIC were eliminated, but they are not going home yet. They have to play the 3rd place. So we'll see how that one fares. And I think no matter what happens, we as Africans are so proud of Morocco. They're the first African country to reach the semi-finals, and I was really hoping that they will be the first to get the finals and possibly win, but it didn't really happen. And I'm really looking forward to how these this team will fare in the next AFCON. They will be fantastic if they're able to maintain this same squad, and then the coach too as well. Fantastic. This man, Hakim Ziyech, had an issue with the previous coach, and he retired prematurely from international duty. A young player retired prematurely from international duty just because the coach had an issue with him, and the coach didn't want to call him up international squad again. And the thing I love with this coach was that immediately he was hired, immediately the other one was fired and he was hired, he recalled Hakim Ziyech immediately. He was on the phone, told him, "You are back in the Moroccan side," and look at him now. He has led his team to the semi-finals of the World Cup. Like it's fantastic. I really hope they're able to get the bronze. I really hope they're able to win the third place game, and I wish them the best. I wish them the very best too as well. Giroud is a former Blue, so I'm still going to make a video because there's still a former Blue. he's not technically a Blue currently, but there's still a former Blue in the finals. I'm going to make a last video in this series to close the series out. Thank you so much for all the support that you've been giving me to this series. I'm eternally grateful. And so yeah, so we'll talk about the third place game in the next video too as well, and as well as the final. So that's been it for my semi-finals recap. What do you think about the games? What do you think about the finals? If you have any predictions, let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Like this video if you watched this far and you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for the support on this series, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, stay safe.